So what I want to talk about today is how to put a bipod uh, on the MCX. And problem I had was that they don't have the proper rails at the bottom, and that really caused a problem trying to mount a bipod on there. And that's twofold, because one, it wants to accept this rail, the bipod does, and most of them have a pretty standard attachment to this rail here. Some of them actually does attach to the barrel of a gun, but as you can see, this barrel is not a standard barrel. So what you have to do is buy a rail attachment, kind of a secondary piece, and I'll put a picture up in the corner here. Relatively inexpensive, you know, $7-8 maybe, depending on where you get it. And when you do that, you'll have to attach it to the bottom side of the MCX, and I'll show you what I did. Kind of a pain, but very doable, not really that bad. Let me pull this bipod out here. So as you can see, I did try one thing though prior to doing that, and it's a complaint that I have, which they really didn't engineer very well. You see the rail is on top here, but it's really pointless because you know, it's in the way of the scope or red dot, and it really doesn't serve any purpose being up here. Maybe for a flashlight if you want to do close range or something, I don't know. You know, it really wants to be rotated to the bottom. So I did pull it apart to see if it's symmetrically doable, where I can do you know, reattach it upside down, but it didn't line up. So they didn't design it to be able to do that. Anyway, so now we're stuck with adding a secondary piece at the bottom, and when you get it, I don't want to take this apart because it was kind of a pain in the ass to do, because you're kind of doing it blind in here. It only comes with these little fasteners here. Very hard to see. And they expect it to bolt into a nut, you know, with the with the given Allen wrench that comes with the kit. Unfortunately, there is no nut here. So what I did was go out and buy a nut, very small, that would take this thread. Okay. And so you would slide it into the slot here. Don't know if it's easy to see or not. But when you do that, you're able to tighten it. Kind of a surgical procedure, but you can tighten it. You just got to have something on the other end to hold it in place while you tighten it down. And when you do that, you're going to get this to accept it and bolt down. Okay? So that's what I did. Works pretty good. Once you get it to bite, you know, it'll stay in place pretty solid. No problem. I just didn't want to take it apart because it's a real pain in the ass to do. So once that's done, then you can, you know, freely attach your bipod, and it'll take it. There's plenty of room here. okay, and it'll look pretty sweet. So at the end of the day, this is the gun that I wanted to mount the bipod on, but you know, as I found that it didn't accept it, so I had to do a little bit aftermarket work, if you will. You know, the bipod that I got is a pretty nice one that folds up. So you do get, you know, different option to shoot it without. And technically, I could put this attachment back and hold it to the side like so, if I choose. That way I have a little grip on the side here. So it's nice. It's nice to have options. But at the end of the day, they should have made it, you know, able to rotate the rail down and not have to do any more tinkering than just that. Okay. So there you have it. Nice way to get an attachment in there and get some versatility to mount other things other than this. Okay, so I will shoot this with the bipod next. So subscribe and you'll get a notice when you know, when that video comes out. Okay, thanks.